So hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Question Block. And the last question was, what is your favorite winter or snow-themed level? So, winter just started, so I definitely think it's fitting to discuss some of these winter levels in video games, and there's a lot of great and memorable ones. So let's go ahead and read the responses. So Ranpan said, the Crystal Palace from Paper Mario. When I first played it, the mirror puzzles did throw me off, but what I especially love about this place is how it's a shrine to worship the star spirits and it eventually became lost to time. This also goes for the Crystal King himself, an inherently cool character shrouded in mystique. It makes me want to know more about this place and how Bowser's forces managed to take it over. It's one of my favorite locations to explore in the game. Yeah, I love the Crystal Palace if my profile picture on some of my profiles on social media kind of showed for a while, since it was the Crystal King with the Snow Miser themed hat. But the Crystal Palace is great, and it's definitely one of the best dungeons in the game, in my opinion. It's so unique, and it's really cool. I really like the gimmick behind it, with like the mirror, and like the fact that it kind of has like a lot of interesting and weird moments in it, like with the Duplo Ghost and things. And then there's also the albino dinos, which were originally going to be an enemy, but was actually made into a puzzle in the dungeon. So the Crystal Palace is really cool from both a story and gameplay perspective, and the music is really cool too. I really like, it's definitely like a nice, like mysterious winter theme to listen to. It's perfect, like during the middle of the winter and everything to listen to, along with the rest of the Chapter 7 music. Like honestly, Chapter 7 in general is one of my favorite, like, winter themes in a video game ever, like including the Crystal Palace, Shiver City, Starborn Valley, Snow Road. All of those areas in the Shiver region in Chapter 7 of Paper Mario is really memorable, and it's honestly one of my favorite Paper Mario chapters in general. Like, it kind of is the best, like, wintry Mario theme, in my opinion. There are other games that come close, like Mario Odyssey, and I guess even Sticker Star has a fairly good winter theme, even though I dislike that game quite a lot. But Paper Mario 64, in my opinion, definitely has the best winter theme out of like the Mario franchise, in my opinion. So I really like what they did with like that chapter, and it's also like one of the more lengthy chapters in the game too, and it doesn't feel like it drags on too long either. It feels like the perfect length while being a little longer than the others. There's just so much to love about Chapter 7. So yeah. So G to the P Moreno said, it's hard to pick just one. I've always loved Cool Cool Mountain and Snowman's Land for Mario 64. They were fun missions and little tricks I loved to pull off, like trying to glitch the ice bully off of the stage. Yeah, Mario 64 also has very memorable, like, winter levels as well. Like, the music is always, like, one of the most memorable, like, Mario snow themes and everything with that, and it, like, Cool Cool Mountain is always really nice, like, when you, like, race the penguin, or do the baby penguin mission and everything. That's also the one where you could throw the baby penguin off of the cliff, but Snowman's Land is also, like, underrated as well. Like, there's a lot of fun missions there, too. And honestly, I do feel like Snowman's Land, like, while Cool Cool Mountain is great and more memorable, I feel like Snowman's Land feels more in line with what you would expect a winter level to be like in later Mario games, because there's, like, I feel like there's a bit more variety in Snowman's Land, in my opinion, like, with different, like, enemies and things that do. Even though Cool Cool Mountain, like, has a lot of verticality and also has, like, a lot of fun things to do as well. But I feel like both of them are great in general. So Master M said Snow Kingdom, Shiveria from Super Mario Odyssey. I love the music and its cold atmosphere. Plus, the Shiverians are cool-looking polar bears, and I like the races and moons that they offer. Yeah, the Snow Kingdom in Mario Odyssey is honestly very underrated. in my opinion. Like, I feel like a lot of people write it off as being, like, one of the more bland chapters, or not chapters, but worlds in Super Mario Odyssey. But honestly, I do think there's a lot of variety here. Like, you have, like, the two sections here. Like, you have, like, the top section, like, kind of being basically, like, almost like a basic winter level in a Mario game. Almost similar to Mario 64 in some ways. But then the bottom section of it is like a little town area, and then there's also like a bunch of side missions and like extra secret areas and things. And then you have the Chivarians too. You said they look like polar bears, but they're actually more like seal creatures. But I can definitely understand where like the polar bear resemblance comes from, because they do kind of look like both polar bears and seals. It kind of looks like a hybrid between the two animals, honestly. But the races are also fun too. That's a fun little mini game. But I feel like there's a lot of variety in the Snow Kingdom. Like, there's a lot of things to do here. There's a lot of like bonus areas and like secret areas here. And I feel like a lot of people just sleep on this world. So I feel like it's a lot better than a lot of people think it is. So yeah, the Snow Kingdom is pretty good. So My Gaming said, Snow Way Out from Crash 4. I really like how the level is a lot more tamer compared to the others, and the music is great. Yeah, I like Snow Way Out in Crash 4. I kind of like the world themes in Crash 4 in general. There's like a lot going on, and there's like a lot of cool background elements. And I feel like Snow Way Out is no exception. Like, there's definitely a lot of cool things here. I kind of like how it has, like, the ship dockside, like, water theming to it as well. It's kind of like a, snowy harbor, kind of. It kind of has that theming to it, because there's, like, a lot of water and, like, ships and things. And I like that theming. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty unique, and it's not one that too many games dabble in that much, especially like platformers like Crash 4. So I think it's a pretty cool theme, and I really like it. And yeah, so moving on, Fiction of Grandeur said, Holly Jolly Village in Partners in Time. I mean, the mayor is a Santa Toad. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool area as well, especially since it's like, Christmas themed. And, like, while there's a lot of, like, winter-themed areas in Mario, there's not, like, too many that are, like, straight-up Christmas-themed. So I think it is pretty cool. And I like how the background music is, like, a creepy, unsettling version of Jingle Bells. I think that's pretty cool as well. And I wish he spent more time here. It's mostly kind of like a prologue area, like a tutorial area, basically. Because you do, like, a boss battle with the, Baby Bros and everything, and then, Mario and Luigi get knocked out there by, the Shroobs. So, I wish there was a little more to this area, because it doesn't really show, like, that much of it. Honestly, I kind of wish this was, like, a full-blown, chapter and everything. I mean, I know you can eventually go back to it, but I feel like it doesn't really kind of have too much to it. I just wish it had, like, a little more to it with, like, story missions and everything. But it's a pretty cool location, and I really like the theming surrounding it. So, Crater 159 said Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, that one is definitely pretty memorable. That's definitely one of the ones that you kind of, like, see up there as, like, one of the most memorable ice-themed levels and everything, especially because of the music. I mean, I know they changed the music in the Sonic Origins thing, but the originals, even though it has, like, some licensing issues with the original song, it's so iconic and absolutely amazing. And I love how at the beginning of the level it has, like, Sonic on the snowboard as well. That's also pretty iconic. And, like, just the whole look of the Ice Cap Zone is also really cool as well. So it's definitely one of the most aesthetically pleasing, like, Sonic levels, like, at least in classic Sonic and everything. So yeah, So Awesome Ocelot said, honestly, it's gotta be both Winter Horns from Kirby and the Forgotten Land, as well as Powdered Peaks from Miitopia. Yeah, Winter Horns from Kirby and the Forgotten Land is really cool, and I like how it kind of, has like an old kind of abandoned town. It honestly kind of going along with the theming of like the rest of the game kind of being like abandoned locations and everything, but it's almost like it almost seems like an even like older like town here. Like there's like you kind of have like a lot of like brick buildings and like an old subway system and everything. Um it's really cool, and it kind of almost gives off those like Christmassy vibes to them with like these different areas. So I think it's pretty cool. And the music is also great as well. It almost kind of gives me a lot of vibes of like Shiver Star from Kirby 64 as well with this world, but I feel like it almost kind of has its own identity to it as well. So since it has like a lot of water and things too, but yeah, Winter Horns is definitely a great world in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And then Powdered Peaks from Miitopia is great too. I haven't played Miitopia in quite a while, but I know the music in that area is definitely great. Like, the music in general in Miitopia is absolutely amazing. So, Not Armani 31 said, the side missions from Kirby Triple Deluxe, where you rebuild a snowman, couples love by putting their heads back, is my choice. Yeah, Kirby Triple Deluxe, that's definitely a pretty cute mission that you do, like with building the snowmans, with like Hypernova and everything. That's definitely one of the memorable like Hypernova segments in that game, and it's definitely pretty cool. Even though the Hypernova segments are a little gimmicky for my liking, that is one that definitely stuck out to me and was definitely pretty memorable. But yeah, Kirby Triple Deluxe, I feel like, is a pretty underrated game, and I do like the Winter World in that game as well. So, Roddy the Star said, Cool Cool Mountain from Mario 64 and Freezeezy Peak from Banjo-Kazooie are mine. Both pretty fun. So I already mentioned Cool Cool Mountain, so I'm going to talk about Freezeezy Peak from Banjo-Kazooie. But that one is honestly the gold standard for like a winter level. I know I was saying a lot of these other ones were like really good, kind of like winter or snow themed levels, but Freezeezy Peak is like one of the best, or one of the most like representative ones of like winter and Christmas and everything. Since it's really cool, you have like a lot of different like missions that are kind of themed around like Christmas and things. Like you have like the Christmas tree one with the lights, and then you have like a bunch of like presents everywhere, and then like a giant snowman, and then even before you go into the level, there's like an advent calendar thing when you're going into it, which is pretty cool. And it's just an overall great level, and it's definitely one of the most memorable ones in the original Banjo-Kazooie. The music is also really good too, and it's great to listen to during Christmas time and the holidays. So yeah, it's definitely a great level overall. So anyways, those were some of your favorite winter levels or snow-themed levels. So yeah, the next question is, what are your 2024 Nintendo predictions? And this includes details about previously announced games like the Thousand Year Door remake or Mario vs. Donkey Kong, or things beyond what we already know. So let me know down in the comments. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.